Why each country in the African continent is called Africa is an interesting question that can lead to reflection on how the African continent is often generalized despite the diversity of its nations. Often, in the Western world and in other countries, we collectively refer to all African countries as Africa without considering the rich individual histories, cultures, and languages of each one. Just as China, India, Indonesia, and Japan are not simply called Asia without recognizing their unique identities as individual Asian countries, the same principle should be applied to African countries. Each of them has its own history and culture, which should not be overlooked. That is why we have decided to educate you about all the countries in Africa and share important information about them. Welcome to a new episode of the Black Culture Diary, a channel where we explore the lesser-known and often hidden histories, cultures, arts, and civilizations of Black people. Our goal is to bring Black culture to the forefront by bringing to light narratives that are often overlooked. In this episode, we will provide information about 10 out of the 54 African countries. Let's begin our journey through the African continent. Number 1, Algeria. Algeria, located in North Africa, boasts a captivating and diverse cultural legacy. As the largest country in Africa, it stretches from the Mediterranean coast to the Sahara Desert. Algeria plays a significant role on the continent, and its art encompasses various forms of traditional craftsmanship such as ceramics, weaving, carpet making, and metalwork, all reflecting the country's cultural identity. Islamic calligraphy adorns its mosques and architecture, adding richness to Algerian art. Algerian culture is shaped by a unique fusion of Arab, Berber, and French influences. The Berber people have made important contributions to linguistic traditions and festivals, enriching Algerian culture. Traditional music genres like Rai and Chabi stand out with soulful rhythms and expressive lyrics, while festivals showcase vibrant dances like Ahalal and Kabul. The history of Algeria is diverse and intriguing, with remarkably preserved Roman ruins such as Gemala, Timgad, and Tipaso offering glimpses into the country's Roman legacy. Over 130 years of French colonial rule have left lasting marks on Algerian culture, language, and architecture. When discussing the status of women in Algeria, it is interesting to note that 70% of lawyers and 60% of judges are women. Algeria's standing in Africa goes beyond its size and location, as it played a crucial role in inspiring other nations during African independence movements and achieved its own independence from France in 1962. Number 2, Sudan. Sudan is an extensive country in Northeast Africa and the third largest on the continent, bordering Egypt, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and South Sudan. Sudanese art, encompassing ceramics, basketry, and wood carving, features intricate patterns and vibrant colors, carrying deep cultural significance. Calligraphy is highly revered and used to adorn mosques and manuscripts. Sudanese culture reflects diversity, with various ethnic groups contributing to a hospitable and community-oriented environment. Musical genres of Sudanese society, such as Azande and Nuba folk music, enchant with their melodious rhythms and meaningful lyrics. Traditional dances like Dabka and Zah highlight Sudan's lively culture. The region historically marked by the Nile River was home to ancient civilizations and powerful kingdoms, including Nubia, Kush, and Meroe. Archaeological sites such as the pyramids of Meroe and the temples of Jebel Barkal bear witness to Sudan's historical significance. The Sudanese population is ethnically diverse, encompassing Arab, Beja, Nubian, and various other groups, each contributing to the country's cultural tapestry. The Sudanese people have a rich heritage and have faced challenges, including conflicts and political transitions. Sudan is a country of immense cultural wealth and historical importance in Africa. Number 3, Ethiopia. Located in the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia stands out in African history as the only nation that was never fully colonized by Europeans. The country is celebrated for its stunning cultural heritage, impressive landscapes, and diverse wildlife. Ethiopian art is known for its vibrant expressions, encompassing religious paintings, wooden sculptures, and intricate fabrics. Ethiopian culture is deeply rooted in ancient traditions and influenced by diverse civilizations. With over 80 ethnic groups, each with their own customs and languages, Ethiopia is a mosaic of cultural richness, hospitality, and community spirit. Music and traditional dances play a central role in the country's cultural celebrations. Ethiopia has a complex history that dates back thousands of years and is known for its ancient civilizations, such as the Aksumite Empire and its rock-hewn churches, including the famous churches of Lalibela. As the second most populous country in Africa, Ethiopia actively participates in African affairs and serves as the headquarters of the African Union. Number 4, Liberia. Located on the west coast of Africa, bordering Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Ivory Coast, Liberia holds a significant place in African history as the first African nation to achieve independence. It is the oldest republic in Africa, with a history marked by efforts to secure self-determination and freedom. Liberia is home to diverse cultures and ethnicities, and its cultural heritage is influenced by the traditions of indigenous peoples and the impact of American colonization. Traditional Liberian music, such as highlife and gum, reflects the country's rich cultural diversity. Liberia is also known for its impressive biodiversity, with tropical forests, national parks, and nature reserves harboring a variety of plant and animal species. The country was founded in the early 19th century by freed African Americans, liberated slaves, and free people of color from the United States. Liberian art is characterized by its vibrancy and expressiveness, with traditional forms such as wooden sculptures and textile weaving featuring intricate designs. Masks and sculptures hold a particularly renowned cultural significance and play a vital role in Liberian society, serving as a means to convey stories, rituals, and social messages. Liberian culture is diverse and influenced by the country's rich history and diverse ethnic groups, such as the indigenous tribes of the Kru, Bassa, and Vai, who have distinct languages and traditions. Music and dance, featuring genres like highlife and soukous, are integral parts of Liberian culture, promoting joyful celebrations. The country's cuisine is a fusion of ingredients and influences from American and Caribbean cuisine. Number 5, Lesotho. A landlocked country in southern Africa, Lesotho is known as the Kingdom in the Sky due to its stunning mountainous landscapes and high-altitude location. The country takes pride in its distinct culture and valiantly preserves its traditions and customs. Lesotho's art is highly valued for its intricate designs and craftsmanship, exemplified by the exquisite Basotho blankets made of wool with vibrant traditional patterns. The huts and rondavelles showcase the country's unique architectural techniques rooted in Basotho traditions. Lesotho's culture is characterized by a strong sense of community and respect for elders, with honored customs such as initiation ceremonies for boys and lively dances like Maria and Mokibo that hold immense cultural significance. Lesotho's history is rich in the establishment of the Basotho nation in the 19th century by King Moshoeshoe, who successfully united diverse clans to forge a strong Basotho identity. Despite facing colonial challenges, Lesotho maintained its independence and became a sovereign nation in 1966. Though not the largest country in Africa, Lesotho occupies a unique position as a kingdom with a distinct culture and a heritage highlighted by natural beauty, such as southern Africa's highest peak, the Bana Intelena. Number 6, South Africa. Located at the southernmost tip of the African continent, South Africa shares borders with Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Eswatini, and Lesotho. The country is famous for its diverse artistic scene, encompassing various mediums such as painting, sculpture, ceramics, and beadwork. South African art reflects the country's multicultural heritage and often addresses social and political issues. With 11 official languages, South African culture is incredibly diverse, influenced by indigenous African traditions, European colonialism, and migrations from Asia and the Middle East. Traditional ceremonies, music, dance, and cuisine play an integral role in everyday life, highlighting the rich tapestry of customs and traditions in the country. South Africa's history is marked by colonization, apartheid, and the struggle for democracy. Apartheid, a system of racial segregation, shaped the country until its abolition in the 1990s. South Africa has made significant progress in promoting equality and reconciliation, with institutions like the Truth and Reconciliation Commission addressing past injustices. As one of the largest countries in Africa, South Africa has a developed economy and plays a significant role in regional and global development. The country actively participates in peacekeeping efforts and is a member of the African Union. And 7, Somalia. Located on the eastern coast of Africa, Somalia shares borders with Ethiopia, Kenya, and Djibouti. The country is known for its vibrant artistic traditions rooted in oral narrative, particularly in poetry, music, and dance. Somali culture is diverse and influenced by nomadic heritage, Islamic influences, and interactions with neighboring African and Arab societies. The Somali people have a strong sense of communal identity and value traditions such as clan systems, which play a significant role in social organization and governance. Speaking of history, Somalia has a complex history marked by colonization, clan conflicts, and political instability. Despite facing challenges such as military rule, civil war, and extremist groups, the country is striving to rebuild and establish a stable government. The current federal system aims to promote peace, unity, and economic development. Somalia has a rich maritime heritage and is known for its vibrant coastal cities, such as Mogadishu and Bosaso. The country has a diverse natural landscape, including pristine beaches, deserts, and wildlife reserves. Number 8. Ghana. Situated on the west coast of Africa, Ghana is known for its rich cultural heritage and historical significance. The country has a long history, with ancient civilizations like the Ashanti Kingdom and the influential trans-Saharan trade routes. Ghana was also a major hub during the transatlantic slave trade. Ghana gained independence from British colonial rule in 1957 and has since become a democratic country with a middle-income economy. The country is known for its relative political stability and progress in human development. Ghanaian culture is diverse and influenced by over 100 ethnic groups. Cultural traditions, arts, crafts, music, and dance play a significant role in Ghanaian society. Ghanaian music, in particular, is recognized with genres like highlife, hiplife, and Afrobeats gaining global popularity. Ghana also has a rich history in the fight for independence and Pan-Africanism. The country has been a leader in promoting peace and stability in the region and actively participates in regional and international efforts. The population of Ghana is predominantly Christian, but it also includes Muslims and followers of traditional African religions. These are just a few examples of the rich cultures and histories present on the African continent. Each country has its own traditions, heritage, and contributions to African history and culture. Moving on to number 9, Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is a landlocked country located in West Africa. The country has a political system characterized by regular elections and a relatively strong democratic tradition. Although it has faced periods of political instability, Burkina Faso has made efforts to strengthen its democratic institutions. The economy of Burkina Faso is primarily based on the agricultural sector, with key products such as cotton, sorghum, millet, maize, and shea nuts. In recent years, the country has also seen significant growth in the gold mining industry, which contributes to its export revenues. Tourism is another area being promoted, highlighting natural and cultural attractions such as the ruins of Lorapini. Burkina Faso is known for its vibrant arts and crafts, including intricate woodwork, pottery, and textile weaving. Traditional music and dance are integral parts of the cultural expression in the country. The Mossi people, the largest ethnic group in Burkina Faso, have a rich cultural heritage and traditions that have shaped the country's identity. Despite its landlocked status, Burkina Faso has a diverse natural landscape, including national parks and reserves that showcase its biodiversity. The country is also known for its festivals and celebrations, providing opportunities to experience its cultural vibrancy. These descriptions provide a glimpse into the diverse cultures, histories, and landscapes of Somalia, Ghana, and Burkina Faso. Each country offers its. Burkina Faso is known for its ethnic diversity, with the Mossi group being the largest. The country's cultural wealth is expressed through vibrant forms of music and dance, such as balafon music and drummers. The country is also actively involved in regional projects and international affairs, especially within the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Burkina Faso contributes troops to United Nations peacekeeping missions and plays an important role in combating terrorism and promoting stability in the Sahel region. Each African country has its own characteristics, history, and contributions to the continent. Cultural diversity and the pursuit of development are common aspects in many African countries, which work to strengthen their democracies, boost their economies, and preserve their cultural and natural heritage. It is important to recognize that each African country has its own distinct culture, history, and achievements. Making generalizations when referring to all African countries as one single country is a misconception and can lead to unfair stereotypes and simplifications. Africa is a vast and diverse continent with over 50 countries, each with its own unique characteristics. It is crucial to acknowledge and appreciate the cultural, ethnic, linguistic, historical, and geographical diversity present throughout the continent. When addressing African countries, it is important to consider the specificities of each nation and avoid broad generalizations. Each country has its own history, challenges, accomplishments, and contributions to the world in different areas such as art, music, literature, sports, science, technology, politics, and more. The idea of considering all African countries as one single country is incorrect and inaccurate. Recognizing the individuality of each nation is essential for a more comprehensive and accurate understanding of Africa as a diverse continent. Regarding videos and channels that address Black culture, history, and civilization, it is great to have initiatives that promote a broader and more accurate perspective on these subjects. Education and outreach are important in combating stereotypes and providing a more comprehensive and inclusive view of Black history and culture. However, it is essential for these videos to be based on historical facts and avoid excessive generalizations or simplifications. Promoting a deeper and more accurate understanding of Black culture and African history is valuable for building a more inclusive and equal society.